We'll take us in here to the Panthers, Dolphins. Panthers win this game, come back, win it 27-24. I'm so fucking proud of the Panthers, man. This is a great win.
Man. Me too. Needed it.
Dolphins came out and they punched the Panthers in the mouth. They went up 17-0 in this game. Really unlucky fumble for Bryce Young early, too. And I don't want to say unlucky because it is his fault, but he kind of just, like, the ball just slipped out of his hands. Like, it's not like he didn't tuck it. The ball just slipped out of his hands. And that really blew the whole thing open. But great response from Bryce Young. They battle back in this game. And then after they battle back, one of the toughest things to do in this league, especially for a young quarterback, I know he's not that young anymore, but is to make a huge comeback and then the team who was leading scores again. And now they're up a score or 2 scores. And how do you respond to that and continue the comeback? That's what they did in this game. They were so good. And this is the quarterback. Bryce Young is the quarterback I have for a bit of a rapid fire here. So let me pull this up here.
I want to shout out Ted McMillan too, though, because I thought Ted McMillan was going to be good, but he has been better than I thought, and he's definitely wide receiver 1 of this class so far. He's
1,000%.
He's
an easily wide receiver 1 for the Panthers.
Or well, I don't want to say easily wide receiver, and I'm actually going to take a step back because of Mecca Ibuka.
Oh, actually,
right
yeah. Actually,
they're
I would take a Mecca. I would definitely take a Mecca.
I'm taking T-Mac over a Mecca just because I think Emeka's in a better position. If you put T-Mac in that position, I think he's
you're right. You're right. Definitely right.
Top 10 in the league easily.
All right, I'm gonna count. I'm gonna name quarterbacks. You're gonna tell me who's a better quarterback right now. Bryce Young, or the guy I name. Ready?
Okay.
Josh Allen. Okay. Drake May. Tua. That's tough.
That's very tough. It's like, if it was 2 years ago, I think I'd take Tua, but I just don't really like what I've seen from Tua. I'm going to go Tua, but it's close.
Okay. Justin Fields. Bryce Young. Easily. Rodgers.
Yeah, I'll go Rodgers. That's a close one, though.
Burrow. Okay.
I might almost take Bryce Young over. I don't know. No, I'm going to
go
Rodgers.
Burrow? Over Rodgers. Okay, I was about to say. All right, Lamar. Whoever the Cleveland Browns start.
Oh, yeah, I'm taking
Bryce Young. Daniel Jones. Trevor Lawrence,
and I'm not a Trevor Lawrence fan.
Stroud. Cam Ward. Really?
Yeah.
I would still take Bryce Young.
I think I'm taking Cam Ward.
All right. Herbert. Knicks. Mahomes.
Given.
Geno Smith.
Last year, Geno Smith, I'm taking Geno Smith, but this year, Geno Smith, it's got to be Bryce Young.
100%. Hurts. Daniels. Dak. Dart.
Bryce Young.
Goff. Love. McCarthy.
Bryce Young.
Okay. Caleb Williams.
Me
as well. Baker.
Penix.
I'd go Bryce Young.
I'm going. I mean, head-to-head. Head-to-head shows a lot. You got to go Bryce Young in the head-to-head.
Okay. Bryce Young can't be better than himself. Or maybe he can be. Rattler.
I'm gonna go Bryce Young, but Rattler's decent.
Bryce Young is better.
I can't disrespect Rattler too much. I'm going
Purdy.
That's
a little bit closer for me, but Purdy. Darnold. Just based on that.
Based on this year. This year's changed my opinion on Darnold.
Stafford.
Kyler.
So that puts Bryce Young as the 25th ranked quarterback in the NFL for you. That sound about right?
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought he'd be higher than that. I guess there were a couple in there I disagreed with, but
it's just he has the games where he looks so bad.
yeah.
That's the issue. If he could just be like consistently okay when he has a bad game, but when he has a bad game, it's really, really bad.
Yeah, it is. You're right. Okay, that's about it for this game. I have anything else you have?
The Dolphins' run game was atrocious. Yeah. Darren Waller is good.
And Waddle and A-Chain.
A-Chain is very good. Yeah.
They're all great.
Tua played good.
Yeah. Tua was great as well.
But the run game was atrocious for Miami. And shout out the Panthers defense. That's a solid performance from them.
And Rico Dowdle had like 7,000 yards.
That's what I wanted to say.
He had like 7,000
Rico Dowdle, start of the week.
Yeah, he was so good.
I think he had over 200 rushing yards and a touchdown.
He was ridiculous. He was so good. All right.
Best game of his career. And shout out Rico Dowdle because that was a dominant performance.
But
the Dolphins defense is my dud of the year. They're terrible.
Yeah, and they're going back home to Miami to play the Chargers.
Chargers are they're missing Hampton. Let's bet the
I just hate
Kimani
those,
Vidal over.
Yeah, I just hate those like travel 10 trillion miles to play a games. For a game that's probably, I don't have it off the top of my head, but I'm assuming it's going to be a noon game. That sound about right?
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
Or it's the third game on a 3 o'clock that you don't watch.
yeah, it's a noon game. Having a team travel from LA to Miami to play a noon game is ridiculous.
That's tough, but
That's
I'm going
ridiculous.
I'm going LA. I can't bet against LA after
I am too,
a loss.
but if there's a big spread there, if you can get the Dolphins like +7 or even like 5, I'd probably take that. And then Panthers Cowboys in Carolina. We already picked that. I said Panthers, you said Cowboys. All right. Take us to the final game of the early slate here. This absolute ass whooping. Texans 44, Ravens 10.
Yeah, it was shocking to watch the Ravens defense. Zach Orr, we thought at the end of the year last year that they kind of started to figure it out. Their defense was looking good. They're extremely banged up. Don't get me wrong. They have so many injuries, but inexcusable the performance that they've had. They've been so poor.
It was him and Chip Kelly for me. Those were the main two that
Zach Orr and Chip Kelly, yeah.
Coordinators I could go.
I wouldn't shock me if Zach Orr's fired tomorrow, but I got to give him a little bit of the benefit of the doubt with the injuries. CJ Stroud has his best game since like 2021 almost, or 2020, not 2021, 2023.
Since his rookie
His
year.
rookie year.
I agree. I had that written down. I think he does his best game since rookie year.
4 touchdowns, no pick, 244 yards. Didn't really have a run game. Woody Marks, after his dominant week last week, didn't play much this week. Sucks to see.
Yeah.
Nico Collins doesn't get too much. He does get a touchdown, but my whole story of this game was the Ravens just looked so bad. And
yeah. Texas were 0-8 in Baltimore going into this game too.
Yeah.
And they finally got their first win.
I don't even have much to say. I don't think I can really give too much benefit to the Texans. I don't think they're still that good. I think their offense has its issues, but you put up 44 points in the NFL, impressive, I guess.
Yeah, the Ravens are horrible.
They're so bad. I mean,
this very moment, I'm willing to drop this take. I think this very moment for the Ravens is probably the worst they've been since like mid 2000s, like post that first Super Bowl.
I don't know.
I think it is. They're always at least okay. They're never this bad.
Yeah, this has been very bad.
They were easily the most helpless team today.
Mm-hmm.
It's not close. They couldn't
and it's
score.
Something you don't see from a Harbaugh team.
Never. And this was like kind of the battle between like the Ravens defense has been so bad and the Texans offense has been bad for like a year and a half now, and it's one of them's got to give. And for the Texans to drop 44 on this defense says so much about the Ravens defense right now, and it's scary.
It's very scary. And even on the offensive side of the ball, I mean, you're going against that great Texans defense, so you're hoping it's a defensive battle. Wasn't. Derrick Henry, hasn't been great this year, and he's like 7th in all-time rushing, but everyone kind of thinks he can get up to like top 3. But
is he in like the range where he can get up?
He is, but he would need like another 2,000 yards, I think, to get to top 3, which is something we thought maybe going into this year he's been playing great, but he has slowed down this year. And
he's 17th,
but I'm pretty sure he can jump a lot of people with like 1,000 yards.
Right, he's at 11.7K. He can get 12.7K, moves him up to 10. So if he gets 1,000 yards,
that's not as much as I thought. I thought it was a little higher than that.
And then if he gets 2 more 1,000-yard seasons, he's looking at like 6 or 7.
Oh, okay, good to know.
Yeah, something like that. but yeah, it's tough. It's depressing. You said that they might have to just put Lamar in just to say fuck it this next week as they go against the Rams. I don't think they have a chance if Lamar's banged up. So
yeah, they don't have a chance. If Lamar doesn't play, this team doesn't have a chance.
No, I'm saying even with him, I don't know if they have a chance if he's banged up. So
I think if you have Lamar on the field against an NFC team, you have a chance.
Didn't work out a couple weeks ago.
It didn't against the Lions, but I think you have a chance with him on the field. And what I wanted to say was, how different would this season look for the Ravens if they just managed to squeak by that win against the Bills?
Oh, man. Dude, same thing as last year, except for they figured it out last year, and they didn't end up going into a complete slump like they did this year. But week 1, really, really tight loss. It's kind of the two ways that a really, really tight loss week 1 can go in like a high-profile matchup against the Chiefs or the Bills. You lose really close, and then you go on and you redeem yourself, and you have a great season like they did last year, or you fall off, everybody gets injured, and you have the worst season in franchise history. And I mean, what's their worst record ever?
Well, they haven't been around as long as
that's what I'm saying.
Other teams, so it might not be as bad, but it's got to be. If they continue this up, it's going to be one of the worst on
4-12 in 1996.
So a long time
Currently,
ago.
win percentage wise, they have the worst win percentage in franchise history at 1-4.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And the schedule doesn't get that much easier. They still have a lot of tough teams. I mean, it does even out a little later. They got the Jets still, Browns, obviously, Bengals without Burrow. Burrow will be back by the 14th of December, though. It'll be tough. If Lamar plays, I'm never going to doubt Lamar Jackson.
Neither am I. But a hamstring injury sucks. Like if he isn't mobile, and he's kind of struggled. He hasn't struggled to move this year, but he's been pressured a lot, and he hasn't been able to kind of swift out of it like he's been in previous years. And if he has a hamstring injury, yeah, I personally would concede the Rams game and go because it's a bye next, right? I'm pretty sure they have a bye after the Rams. If they have another game, I would say no, but
I can find their logo. They play on the 12th, and yeah, they have a bye after that.
They do? Okay.
Yes.
So
unless 14 days.
My personal opinion would be,
and after the bye, they have the Bears. So
yeah, punt the Rams game, go into the bye, bring Lamar back against the Bears, and stomp on
1-5. We've seen teams do it. So
yeah. With this defense though, they are. Am I gonna pick them in knockout today? No. Are they in a group of like 5 to 8 teams where they could be legitimately picked? Yes. 1-5 is tough to come back from and make the playoffs, especially if your defense just sucks.
Yeah,
I know they're injured, but like
they'd have to be like 1-7 or 1-6 for me to really pick them in the knockout.
Yeah, I agree. But all right, we'll move on here. Titans, Cardinals.
You can take us away here.
All right,
you're gonna love this.
Titans 22, Cardinals 21. Just a slow golf clap for myself and you, and how right we were about the Cardinals being.
You should
the
go
worst
back
team
and
in this
just
division.
like some of the comments.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Or maybe I'll just respond to all of them. Marvin Harrison, though, I'll start with the positives for the Cardinals. Marvin Harrison started off really, really good early. He had like 3 catches for like 100 yards. In
The Moss over 2 guys was beautiful.
Yeah.
So he made me so happy.
It gave me flashbacks
Stood
of
up and
D-Hop's
clapped.
Hail Marys.
Yeah.
Or Hail Mary against the Bills with the Cardinals. That's what it reminded me of. And
He
he ended up
just-
not scoring, but
He just needs to get his swag back because when he was in college, he had like a swag around him. Maybe he had the Louis Vuitton cleats. He was wearing an Apple Watch.
yeah, I mean, they did a side-by-side on the game of him and his dad. And he's not that far off through however many games he's played. So it's not like he's been horrible. I know he was like 18 picks higher than his dad or whatever, but
I did have a thought. I just want to touch on it for 2 seconds.
Yep.
Jadon Blue,
yeah.
Louis Vuitton cleats, got blisters on his feet. Coach yelled at him, put on normal cleats. Just a little
That
funny tidbit.
happened?
Yeah, that was real.
Oh my
He was wearing
God.
Louis Vuitton cleats.
He's been nothing but problems, dude.
No,
He doesn't want to practice.
It was the first game he played, I believe, this year.
He doesn't want to practice, and the first time they let him play in a game, he's like, "Oh, I got to get my Louis on."
It was in practice, like the week before the game. He was fine. They like told him I think he was active, and he was wearing Louis Vuitton cleats, and
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
ended up getting blisters all over his feet.
That's so funny.
Did he play though? I thought he played.
The way you put these notes in here for
He
the
did play.
Chargers is so weird with the no bullet points.
My bad.
I was like, "What did I do here?" And I was like, "Oh, that was you." But yeah, that's crazy.
Kyler picks up an injury in this game, toe
Oh,
injury.
wait, we're
comes
moving
back.
on from the Louis Vuitton. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a nothing story because nothing came from it.
It's just funny. Yeah, it's hilarious.
Amari DiMercato. Nice to get that off my shoulders. With A.D. Mitchell doing it last week.
Yeah.
It's a little nice to get that off my shoulders, although the Colts would be undefeated if he didn't do it. He had a big run, 71 yards, I was listening to the game. I wasn't watching this one. Did L'Jarius Sneed knock the ball out, or did he just drop it? Because I think L'Jarius Sneed knocked it out.
Candid NFL fan moment watching Carlton Davis get hurt for your team. What would you say there? I just saw him pop up and get hurt. I was like, oh, that's a
Oh, no.
common occurrence.
Did he get the ball knocked out, or did he drop it? I thought he got it knocked out.
I think
That's
he
just
got
listening.
it knocked out.
I think it was L'Jarius Sneed.
It wasn't a Jonathan Taylor, A.D. Mitchell situation.
Well, I think it was more similar to the 81 because 80 was kind of reaching for the end zone.
That's true.
was reaching for the end
Jonathan
zone.
Taylor was a celebration.
Just dropped it, yes.
Yeah.
But does that, and after that was to go up, I think 28 to 9 at the time, or 28 to 3 maybe even. And
it was it was never 28. It was
But if they had got the touchdown, they would have won up 28.
it would have been 28-6, I think.
Yes.
Yes, I think it would have been 28-6.
And put the game to rest. Instead,
Yeah.
the Titans are able to scrap their way back into this game. One of the craziest plays I've ever seen happen.
Yeah.
Cam Ward throws an interception. Cardinals have the ball. He fumbles it. Another Cardinals player kicks the ball into the end zone. Tyler Lockett recovers it for a touchdown. It was like a ping pong ball just going back and forth.
The ESPN chances of that being a touchdown for the Titans after it was picked at like the 6-yard line has to be
0.000.
so low. Like fumbling it is one thing, but it getting kicked all the way from the 6-yard line to the end zone is insane.
Just don't. It's almost like how you don't know how they lose, but the Titans. Cam Ward gets his first win. He was decent in this game.
Close, almost a bad turnover for the Bills there.
Might still be.
I don't think so. It looked like the Bills got recovered it.
Oh, but Calvin Ridley.
Never mind. Wow.
Calvin Ridley finally has a good game.
Yes.
With Cam Ward, first of the year, 5 for 131 for him.
Good game in general.
Yeah.
Not even just finally with Cam Ward.
It has been very brutal for his time in Tennessee. Tennessee gets their first win. They're not good, though. This is going to be one of the rare times they do get a win.
Yeah, but they did.
They're going to be another team battling for the one.
Yeah,
First overall pick.
We said them, I think. They just won't be taking a quarterback, so
Yes.
it doesn't really matter. But good. I mean, they'll probably be the one that ends up with that Miami edge rusher, most likely. But
and their D line isn't bad, so it's one of their only decent spots.
But yeah, like you put on the notes, Cardinals find some ways to lose. They do, man. And I feel bad for Kyler because
I love Kyler.
The craziest thing is I'm a Suns fan. I like the Cardinals because I like the Suns fans that are Cardinals fans. Just specifically the way that they reacted from such a rational take that they'd be last just kind of pissed me off a little bit. That's why I have a vendetta against them. And I like Kyler a lot. I've always been a huge Kyler fan. But it's great to be right once in a while, you know.
It is. And I like Kyler and I love Marvin, so.
Yeah, I like Marvin too. But yeah, that was a really weird game.
Strange game. That's a great way to put it. I thought it was over and it wasn't. So
we got the Titans going in.
Oh, and then last thing though, Joey Sly, one of the worst kickers ever, but
won it though, barely.
Barely won it. Missed 4 straight kicks going into this game. Then he hit 2, gets an extra point. At this point, the score was 21-12. So he needed to make the extra point to make it an 8-point game. Misses the extra point, so it stays at 9.
Which is the worst thing you could possibly
Missing
do.
an extra point in this day and age is absurd.
Missing an extra point when you need it is even worse. And
not like it gets blocked, just missing it.
Because like it's most of the time when an extra point miss means something, it's like after the fact, being like, oh, they lost by 1 point, they missed an extra point. It's rare, like in the moment, it's like we need this and it doesn't go in.
Yeah.
Those are the worst.
And on top of that, he kicks a game-winning field goal, so you can't really cut him now.
Yeah, you can't. You got to just keep along.
So now you need him next week, and he's gonna miss a couple kicks, lose you the game.
Sly guy. Titans Raiders we already said, and then Cardinals Colts we already said. Okay, so you can go ahead and take us here to the 38-35 Bucs and Seahawks scoring extravaganza.
Yeah, maybe the game of the week.
In Seattle, a couple S's there.
Quarterback battle. Where is it? I had a side-by-side, but I guess I'll just read them out here. 379 Baker Mayfield passing yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks for him. Sam Darnold, 341 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick, no sacks. So that's a little concerning for the Bucs defense.
And I got one better for you. They were both drafted in the 2018 draft class, and they were both 1 game under 500 for their careers going into this game.
They're both giving up on both, played for the Panthers.
And this game was their first game for both of them to have a chance to get back to 500 for the first time in their career. How beautiful.
Yeah.
Baker's the one to do it.
And I mean, Baker's a better quarterback, if we're being honest. But Sam Darnold's good.
Yeah.
16 starts since 2024 with a 100-plus passer rating, which is tied for the most in the NFL. So
with Goff?
Could be.
It's probably.
I don't know who the other quarterback is.
Sounds like a Goff stat.
But just a really good quarterback battle, and Baker Mayfield, who does get the edge. They're missing Bucky Irving, which isn't good, but Rashad White steps up.
Wasn't good, but
he steps up.
The run game took a hit today. You could feel it without Bucky. Mm-hmm. Luckily, they were so good in the past game. It
got
didn't
the 2
matter
touchdowns.
At all. Yeah, I got the 2 touchdowns, but I meant more as a rushing attack in general.
Yes. Emeka Ibuka, fantastic 7, 163 and 1.
Yep.
He's an animal. He's still going to be very good even when they get Mike Evans back, even though Chris Godwin's already there. And for the Seahawks, JSN, fantastic. So an Ohio State battle at the receivers, 8, 132 and 1 for him. So what a game.
They're saying Darnold uses JSN the same way that he used Justin Jefferson last year, and just the targets are just through the roof. JSN, I mean, is this? I don't know if there's ever been a pod in the history of the show where we've been able to reference so many things that we've been right about. But JSN, we also said that he was going to be one of the better offensive players in the league this year. And he's been so good this year. Darnold loves him. Even with this bad offensive line, they're finding him in the pass game as much as they are. I'm super high on the Seahawks, even though they lost this game. The injury to who was it that got hurt for them again? Derek Hall. The Derek Hall injury obviously hurts. When he got hurt last year, we noticed a drop off for their defense. But I think this is a fluke. I don't think we're going to see them give up this many points again this year.
Yeah, I don't think so either. This is maybe just a test to how good the Buccaneers offense is.
Might be.
Just him playing so well. I was trying to see, did you pick JSN for Opoy this year? Or was that me last year? You might have.
I think I.
You might have picked him as Opoy
I
this
didn't
year.
write any of mine down, so I don't have any of mine off the top of my head. But I can go back and look in the YouTube if you have anything else you want to mention about this game.
Let me find the AFC West.
Yeah, I'll look for it.
The AFC West posts, or no, that's not the AFC West. That's the NFC West. In the NFC West, no, I didn't. Or yes, last year for the postseason, you picked JSN as the MVP of the division.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking
of. So you've been on the JSN thing.
I have. And you can continue talking about this game. I'm going to try to see who we pick for the awards for this division.
I don't have much more to say. Kenneth Walker has a solid game running the ball, 86 yards on the ground. When they're able to run the ball, they're a different team, and the offense is better, and we saw that in this game. Buccaneers defense still has to be better. Like I said, they didn't get any sacks. That's concerning. But for Baker, their offensive line stepped up and was solid. So Kate Otten as well. Big game. Tez Johnson makes a couple of nice catches, so that's good to see. And a quarterback battle, two guys who were given up on, both played for the Panthers at some point, and you're definitely taking both of these guys over Bryce Young. So
these motherfuckers, I picked Trey McBride as my offensive player of the year.
Oh.
And they wanted to hate on me this much. I picked Trey McBride, and then I think we both picked Puka. Or no, you picked Puka for MVP, which
that's a fantastic take
and
right there.
And I picked Fred Warner. So,
fantastic.
not as good.
Love that take. What a take by me.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that was great. And
love
then
seeing that.
going into next week, we did Buccaneers-Niners already. Seahawks going into Jacksonville. Obviously, we don't know what Jacksonville's going to do this week as they play tomorrow night. But
I don't like Seattle right now.
You don't?
I do.
You do?
I do. I'm going Seattle.
I'm going to go Jacksonville.
Interesting.
I'm going to go Jacksonville there. Even though I'm high on the Seahawks, once again, a lot of travel, and I think the gap is smaller between them than it is with Miami and LA. All right. In skill gap, not distance. But second to last game here, the penultimate game. Lions 37, Bengals 24. This was start number 70 for Jared Goff in Detroit. He had 69 in LA. Can't imagine he's the only white dude to have a 69 in LA. But
you had that written down, didn't you?
I had 69 in LA, and I kind of had it in the back of my mind. And I was like, I can maybe make this joke if it comes to it. But Hutch had like 3 sacks in this game that all got called back from penalties, which sucks. But did he end up getting one on the books?
He gets registered with. Where's his name at? Al-Qadim Muhammad, I believe, had a sack.
He had one. Hutch got one.
Yes, he has one sack.
So he should have had like 3 or 4, but...
Oh, they didn't give Al-Qadim Muhammad that sack?
I think that got called back as well.
Oh.
Or no, I think that was a TFL. I don't think that was a sack.
Oh, it was a TFL.
I'm pretty sure it was a TFL. But yeah, one of the sacks that Hutch got taken away was a safety, which...
yes, that's what I was thinking.
That one sucked. But that one was also... Was that
was a Terrion Arnold penalty.
That was Terrion Arnold's penalty, correct. Which I will give Terrion Arnold credit. He did make a really good play guarding Jamar Chase very shortly after that, so I'll give him that. I also want to give an insane amount of credit to Amir Robertson, who, with DJ Reed out, the Lions' #1 corner, Amir Robertson, who is basically, he's the Lions' slot corner, and if any of the outside guys goes down, he goes to the outside. He had to do it in Week 18 last year against the Vikings, where he guarded Justin Jefferson the whole game and shut him down. He didn't guard Jamar Chase for the whole game this game, but he was locking Jamar Chase down when he was guarding him. He did have a pick in coverage against Jamar Chase. The Lions in the first half were just so funny in this game. They just kept... Well, it wasn't funny because they kept getting the ball at the 40-yard line and not getting first downs. But they, instead of going forward on 4th and short like they almost always would, they knew that Jake Browning sucked and that they had him in complete clamps. And they're like, we can just keep punting it and giving it to you at the 5. You're not going to score.
Yeah.
And that is basically what just kept happening. Kirby Joseph gets his 20th career pick. He is the first player in the NFL since Ed Reed to have 20 picks in his first 4 seasons. So that's a pretty good company to be in.
100%.
I'd say in doing something that hasn't been done in 20 years. So I think Ed Reed did it in 04. But yeah, Browning was really, really ass in the first half of this game. My immediate take in the first half was the Bengals need to go get Jameis Winston right now, because Jameis with this offense would be so fun.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine Jameis with this offense. Browning ended up being all right in the second half, but still he's not good. Like, don't get fooled. He has maybe the best receiver duo in the NFL, and he's just absolutely reckless.
Missing throws, 6 to 8 touchdown interception ratio,
which is crazy. And he had the one pick he threw, and I can't remember if it was to Kirby Joseph or somebody else. I think it was to Kirby Joseph. When he was just in the end zone and he was just like, fuck it, just threw it. Just like he knew there was no world where it wasn't going to be a pick. It was closer to 3 Lions defenders than the Bengals receiver. He's really, really bad. Overall,
and the announcer was, the whole time the announcer was like grilling him.
You
can't do that.
He was playing horrible. He was just playing reckless. Overall, though, the Lions didn't play their best ball today. Offensively, they could have scored a lot more points. They left a lot on the table. They still scored 37, which says a lot. But to touch on your point from earlier about beating the hell out of the really bad teams and how good that feels, I'm finally at a point now that we're like 3 or 4 years into the Lions being good, and I can get to the point where, like, last week before the Browns game and this week before this game, I know the Lions are going to win. There's no circumstance where they ever could have lost this game. They didn't even play well, but there's no circumstance where they were losing this game. There's no circumstance where they were losing against the Browns last week, unless, I guess, Jared Goff gets hurt. But it's the best feeling in the world to know that your team is not only a good team, but is a team that isn't going to just play down to their opponents and choke against bad teams. Because it's so much better to just be like, okay, we do have a really tough schedule, but we know these are going to be wins. We're not going to lose these teams. It's just the best feeling. It's the mark of a good team. There's a handful of teams that have that in the NFL, and the Detroit Lions are one of them.
Yep, the Detroit Lions are 100% one of them. Defense was great for him today. I was expecting the offense to have fireworks in this game. Jahmyr Gibbs to have a huge game. We've seen that against this horrible Bengals defense, but he really didn't. He only had, 54 yards on the ground. Didn't have to do too much. Montgomery only had 65. Didn't run the ball that well, but they passed well. Laporta has probably his best game of the year, 92 yards. Goff just efficient, and they let the defense do the work, like you said. And for the Bengals, it's only looking worse every single week. The running game is so bad.
Yeah.
The Lions have a great run defense, but this is going on 4 weeks with horrid performance from Chase Brown. Jamar Chase at least has a good game, so if there's any, I don't think the fans care as much unless you're a fantasy owner. It's good for the fantasy owners.
Yeah, a lot of it was on that one catch, but
6 catches, 110 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Solid.
Definitely got it done, and he started out rough too, so it was good for them. But I don't have anything else about this game really. Next week, though, Lions-Chiefs Sunday Night Football in Arrowhead. It's a banger, and I know bangers.
And I know bangers.
And that's a banger. Yeah, I'm taking the Lions.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Lions on that one too.
They're better at every single aspect of the game except for head coaching and quarterback. So I'm gonna take the Lions there. And then Bengals at Packers could have been a great game,
but
won't be.
Won't be Packers. Give me Packers.
Packers will not lose that game at home. And then finishes off here with the final game of the week. Commanders 27, Chargers 10.
Yeah, great game from Jane Daniels. He comes back from injury. Didn't have a good first half, or didn't have a good start to the game, but he worked his way back into the game, found out that he's still that great quarterback. At the start of the game, I was just in my head thinking maybe it's a sophomore slump, but he figured it out, had a great EPA per play, 0.41, good total EPA. He was on it, played well, and the Commanders get a win. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt has a breakout game, does have a fumble late in the game, which doesn't help, but he was finally looked like the running back you kind of hoping you would see.
Yeah.
Considering he moved up so much in fantasy thing. 111 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns. Got a bulk of the carries. Big, beautiful Bill. Debo continues to be great, honestly.
Yeah.
He's proving a lot of people
Proving
wrong.
a lot of the doubters wrong, I'd say.
That's one I think we might have missed. I don't think we were very high on Debo.
No, not at all. Definitely off on
and he has 8 catches, 96 yards, and a touchdown here. He's been great all season. I'm going to see what his season stats look like.
This was another one where I felt, because I really, really, really thought the Commanders were going to lose this game. I did not see them winning this game, even with Jaden Daniels back. This is another one that I was kind of ready to toot my own horn about after the first quarter. I was like, Commanders didn't end up working out too well. There,
30 catches, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns for him so far this season. Very, very.
Yeah.
I mean, that's wild. honestly.
Yeah.
It's like perfectly 10 yards a catch.
Yeah, hey, we'll take it. I mean, or they'll take it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, what a huge weapon to add to your second-year quarterback. And Terry
And-
McLaurin obviously hasn't been great. And
and
did he
injured.
play in this game?
He's
No.
still been hurt, so
Is it 2 weeks he's been out or 3 now?
2. I think that's just 2.
Yeah, and then he struggled when he was healthy, anyways. But yeah, like you said, the Commanders' defense was really great. 5 sacks, 9 QB hits, 6 TFLs.
Mhm.
So, and then my favorite note that you put on here is
I was
Justin
gonna say.
Herbert shares a free game kiss with Madison Beer. Unnecessary note.
Yeah. I was about to ask you if you had any notes on Justin Herbert.
yeah. That's all I got here. And then you also said Chargers undisciplined 24 penalties in the last 2 weeks. It's crazy.
Yes,
That's
a lot. Another thing you wouldn't expect from a Harbaugh-led team.
not at all. Weird start for a couple of Harbaugh-led teams. Last thing I'll say about the Harbaughs before we move into knockout here and pick a team to eliminate. What would it take for John Harbaugh to get fired?
I think it'd have to be another year of bad football.
It would have to be 2.
Yeah.
2 I think you need 1 without injuries. Because as long as you have the injury excuse, especially if Lamar's hurt,
No,
he's
I
not
think
going to get fired. If
I think you
Lamar's
can
hurt.
get one with injuries, but if it's back-to-back years you're playing bad, I think it could be time.
Fair enough.
And at that point, you're thinking, man, we should have just put Mike McDonald in there because he's looking
Yeah,
great with Seattle.
He
so-
is.
or maybe he comes back. Who knows?
And then the Commanders' next game, this pod could be from 2024 or 2023. At this point, the Commanders are playing the Bears on Monday Night Football.
Yeah, big game. I'm
I
going
think they played a
Commanders.
ton of Thursday Night Football before. You're going Commanders?
Yes,
I'm going
it's Bears coming off of a bye with Ben Johnson.
Bears.
That could be something.
I'm going Bears.
I think there's just going to be something in the Commanders that
I think they're both mid defenses and offenses that can be really good or really bad. And you get the Bears off a bye with a Monday night game, which is this can't have happened ever before where we have 3 Mondays in the first 6 weeks with 2 games. There's 2 this Monday as well.
yeah. So there's 2 more next Monday.
Yes.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
No, sorry, there's not 2 this Monday. There's 2 next Monday.
Yeah.
So it's been every other week
Oh,
there's
okay.
been 2.
Yeah,
That's
strange.
crazy. I know they've done it twice before. I don't know if they've ever done it 3 times.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look back. I have no idea.
Great for us. Less games to talk about here. But,
On that aspect, yeah.
Yeah, but all right.
I'm never a fan of the 2 Monday night games, though, in my opinion.
No, neither am I, especially when they're not spaced out. One time this year they were spaced out, though.
And that was the first one, and that was great.
Yeah, they did it, even though it was a 9 p.m. start, which just, but.
Before
right.
we get to our
Yeah,
Gwam, did you see the Jordan Addison stuff?
I did not.
He didn't play in I think it was just the first quarter. They held him out of the first quarter to a coach's decision. Did you hear what the reasoning was?
I heard about it, but I forgot what it was.
I think he just left the hotel and wanted to roam the streets
Rome,
of
London, yes.
he just wanted to
yes.
check out London.
Someone told me that on stream today, I think. That's just insane.
Hilarious.
That's so funny.
I guess you got to follow this stuff. But I guess Jordan Addison's not someone you want roaming a town. You just, as long as he doesn't get in a vehicle.
Well,
If he doesn't get in a vehicle, I guess it's okay.